Hello to everyone at Emmons Lake. This is Aaron Zenz saying hello to you. Thanks so much for sending me awesome monsters at the end of last year. I had so much fun looking at all of those. They were amazing creations. If you remember, I visited your school last year. We talked about my book, Monsters Go Night-Night. We talked about creativity and writing and drawing, reading, monsters, and then, if you remember, in that book, I based all of the characters off of drawings that my son Elijah had made when he was about 4 or 5 years old. So when he was 4 or 5 years old, he used to draw monsters all the time, and I loved all his creations. They were so cool. I would always save his drawings. And so years later, when it came time for me to make a book that had monsters in it, I thought, how cool would it be to base all the characters in this book off of Elijah's drawings? And so that's where the characters designs came from. And I had so much fun doing that, reimagining kids' monsters in my own kind of grown-up professional artist style, using the tools and techniques that I have developed over the years doing my job, that it gave me an idea for an art prize entry. You guys know all about art prize, right? And so last year I invited kids from all over the state, all over Grand Rapids, to send me their designs of monsters. And then I looked at those and I pulled out some favorites and I worked up some fan art of their cool creations. Had them at the Grand Rapids Children's Museum during Art Prize and had a great fun time. So much fun that I decided to do it again a second year. And so this time I invited you guys to send me some monsters if you wanted to. And you did, and oh man, a whole cool giant batch of creatures came in. They were so fun to look at, see all your amazing imaginations. And so all summer I've been drawing monsters. I have been busy drawing day and night, bringing them home in the evenings, drawing them at my table. I reached out to a total of 7 schools, and they sent me monsters. And once I had all of those monsters in-house, I was able to work up 55 full-blown pieces of artwork based on those drawings, which means about 8 monsters per school. So 8 of those monsters would have come from Emmons Lake. And you guys have seen me working on those. I know that while some of you at least, while I was drawing them, I turned on my camera on Facebook and people could watch along as I drew, and some of you guys from Emmons Lake tuned in for some of those, and that was super fun to be able to chat with you while I was actually drawing. And so I thought, rather than just waiting until maybe you have a chance to get out to Art Prize and see them there on display, that you might want a sneak peek. You might want a little advanced preview about which of the Emmons Lake monsters got the Monster Go treatment and will be there on display at the Children's Museum. And I got them right here. You ready? You want to see? Okay. So you already know one of them if you watched along with those videos, but you can see the finished product here. And some of you have already seen this one. We'll start with this one. Here's a cool monster from Brianna. So Brianna drew this awesome creature who's chasing that little orange fish guy. And love the imagination on display there. And here is the piece of fan art I was able to work up based on Brianna's drawing. And some of you watched me actually make this piece of artwork, so that was super fun. Here is a monster submitted by Amy. Amy drew this monster. I like, oh, it's looking up at the moon there, breathing fire. I wasn't able to fit the moon in my picture, but definitely kept the fire. I had room for the fire, so there is my monster based on Amy's drawing. Here is a monster that was sent in by Nate. Nate F. drew this monster. And here is the piece of fan work that I made based on Nate's drawing. There it is. Here is a monster sent in by Karsten. Karsten drew this one. Does not look like a very happy monster. Looks like he's got some issues with somebody. And he's got a sword. And it looks like a cane. And so here's my piece of fan art based off of Karsten's monster. Very cool. All you guys, such amazing imaginations you have. It was a joy and a delight looking through all these. Here's a monster by Alexander. Alexander drew this guy. He's with a little pointy rear end there. Bunch of eyeballs. And here is my art based on Alexander's monster. There we go. Lots of emotions in these creatures on display here. Oh, love this one. Here's one by Adelaide. Adelaide drew this. A little two-headed monster there. And I looked at Adelaide's drawing and made this. There we go. A monster based on Adelaide's drawing. Here's one by Greenlee. Greenlee made this very cool monster. And I looked at that and I made this. Here's my piece of artwork based on Greenlee's creature. Maybe Greenlee's a last name now that I'm looking at it. Rossman? Is your first name Rossman or your last name Rossman? Mystery to me, but you know. And here is one last one. Here is the grand finale. Here is one made by Noelle. Noelle made this monster. Did we go through all 8 already? That was fast. Here is one by Noelle. Made this cute little guy. And I looked at that and I made this creature. So got lots of eyes, lots of stripes going on there. Very good. Okay. Any more kicking in there? Well, that is all of the monsters that I was able to work up over the summer. But I will continue to make monsters right there at the Grand Rapids Children's Museum. So everything that I was able to get done during the summer is not the end. That is just the beginning. Now the real work begins because I'm going to be at Art Prize every day if I'm able to. And while I am there, I will have a table with a bunch of pencils and crayons and paper, more of these little starting shapes that you guys had. And you can continue to make monsters, and then during Art Prize what I'm going to do is at the end of the day I'm going to gather up all the drawings that got submitted, look through them all, bring back about 2 or 3 with me the following day, and I'm going to sit right there at Art Prize and make more monsters based on designs that were submitted the previous day. And then while I'm drawing, people are submitting more monsters, and then whatever I draw the next day will come from those monsters, and I'll just keep going day after day after day. So if you swing by, you are welcome to draw some more monsters, and I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Every day I get about, last year when I did this, I got 400 to 500 drawings each day. Each day, about 400 to 500 drawings. And I was only able to draw about 2 or 3 of those the following day. So it is a very wide pool getting picked from. But if you come and you draw me a monster, if when you submit your monster, if you put a little, see this little star? If you put a little star up in the corner, top corner of your picture, then that will be like a little secret code to me. I'm only letting a few people in on the secret. Alright? So the schools that sent me monsters at the end of the school year, if anybody hears this message and you put a little star in the top corner, then at least one of the monsters that I draw the next day, I will pull from those submissions that have a little star in the corner. Alright? So, and I don't know how many starred sheets I will get each day. Am I going to get 10? Am I going to get 25? Am I going to get more than that? I don't know. But it will definitely increase your chances, because rather than being, you know, 2 picked out of a big batch of 500, it will be 1 picked out of maybe 30. I don't know. I don't know how many are going to come in with stars. But so that's a little secret between us to increase your chances that maybe I will pick that monster the following day. So. And if you come on out there, if you come on out to Art Prize and you see me there, make sure you don't just like draw a monster and sneak away. Come say hi. We know each other. We're friends by now. And say, I'm from Emmons Lake, and we can high-five each other, and it'll be a good old time. And so you can see these monsters made by you and your friends, and you can see all the other monsters submitted by the other schools in the area, plus all the fun creating that's going to be going on all throughout Art Prize for those 2.5 weeks. So I hope to see some of you out there. Make sure you say hi. You keep creating, and I will keep creating, and I can't wait to see what kinds of things you guys make, what kinds of things you guys bring into the world. So, all right, hope to see some of you guys in person. Bye.